This year has been like this fairy lights I've been detangling. It's this mess of little tiny blue balls. Okay, that's not really a good analogy, but you hang with me. Welcome to Sarah K Connects. I am Sarah K Regley, and today we're talking about how you can actually still enjoy this holiday season despite that it is a global pandemic. And honestly, these tips are things you could use any particular year, but I feel like we need a little bit more encouragement, a little push this year to enjoy these things, because honestly, it can feel like, I use the word feeling intentionally, feel like things are being taken away. The virus is taken away. There's all that sort of shenanigans. But you get to choose how you react to things. And if we've learned anything from this year, it's that you don't really have any control over what does and doesn't happen, but you can control about how you react. So we're going to talk about how you can react to the given circumstances so you can still have a very merry and bright holiday season. First thing you should do is give yourself permission to enjoy the things that you can enjoy this season. Oftentimes when we're faced with a season of duress, you can feel guilty for enjoying something in life, because when you see so many other people suffering or having faced loss, losing loved ones, losing livelihoods, it can feel like you're not allowed to enjoy life anymore because it sucks for other people. And while everyone has faced some amount of loss, some people have lost significantly more than others. And it is not uncompassionate to continue to enjoy life even if other people's have lost. What you can do, though, is to, which I'll talk about another point, is have a generous spirit with people who have faced loss. We'll talk about that later. But you can give yourself permission to make those cookies that you always made every single year with your family. And even if you're not giving them to all your neighbors, you can still make them for yourself. Give yourself permission to decorate. Like I chose to decorate this year. I have a pine cone. I chose to decorate this year because I can. Choose to listen to that overly played album that no one likes but you still play it anyways. Like, to make the conscientious choice to enjoy those things that you've always enjoyed doing, because why take something away from yourself unnecessarily? The next thing that you can do is what I touched on earlier, is have a generous spirit with other people. If you are in a space financially this year that you can be extra generous with your gifts, then do so. If you're in the opposite situation where you're like, yo, I can't afford anything, I've lost everything, have a spirit of generosity with writing cards to people you wouldn't always write to, having a spirit of generosity if you're working with the public every day, of being extra gracious with people, choosing to give back, especially in a time where there has been so much loss, and is really a way that you can continue the enjoyment of the season. And it is a season of gift giving, and it is a season of being generous. And so rather than thinking about all the things that couldn't happen or you may feel like have been taken away from you, think of the things that you can contribute to the people who are in your life still. The next thing that you should do is to write down everything that you're grateful for on paper. I know for me, for seasons where I have felt very ungrateful, for seasons where I have felt very discontent with my life, with where things are going, with what I wish I had or was moving towards, or opportunities that I wish I had gotten that I hadn't, and I just get so sucked into I want, that I'm not thinking about all the incredible things that I do have, all the incredible people that I do have, all the opportunities I have had and currently have. Writing those things out just puts your brain in a different perspective. Rather than acting like you are entitled to some daydream of a life that you have, you see the things and the people right in front of you and recognize that at any point in time they could be gone. So have an attitude of gratitude. Write all those things out. Okay, so the next thing is, when you are approached with those family functions that you are completely dreading, and you know what they are, like we all know when we're about to walk into, or maybe this year you're going to Zoom call your way into these family functions, that the same crap always happens. Switch your brain from I hate this event, I hate this thing, I don't want to have this conversation, and I don't want to talk to this person, from that into this is not about me mode. And I have found this in my own life where I will be doing some family event or just something I don't want to do. And rather than thinking about, I start off really being annoyed because I'm like, I don't want to do this. This isn't what I want. I'd rather be spending my time doing this, that, and the other thing. And it's true. Like that doesn't stop being true. But when I switch to, Sarah, this is no longer about you. This is about this other person. This is about loving this other person and being selfless. So give yourself as the gift in this situation. And when you kind of switch your brain into that mode, you can kind of let go of what you wish you were currently doing and let yourself kind of settle into whatever this event is. And we all have those things. Like, that uncle isn't going to mute his microphone during that Zoom dinner and it's going to sound disgusting. Like, what's going to happen. One last thing that you can do is to choose to have a spirit of benevolence with people and recognize that you cannot control what other people do. And by letting go of that desire to control other people, allow yourself to receive whatever enjoyments of the season that you can. If we have learned anything from this year, we learned we cannot control the world. We cannot control what does and does not happen. But we can control how we react to these events. We can control how we conduct ourselves. We can encourage our friends and family to make good, safe choices. But after a gentle encouragement, there's really nothing else that you can do. Having a spirit of benevolence will just allow you to release yourself from the frustration that can definitely build up being in the environment that people are in right now. And don't allow your joy to be stolen from your lack of control. So, decorate, enjoy the season, call your loved ones, enjoy the things that you can enjoy, and I hope that you and your family have a wonderful rest of your holidays. Goodbye!